Hey, now it's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM, here with my tag team partner in podcasting.
Hey guys, it's me, Steve, web contributor to 1061evansville.com.
Welcome to the latest edition of Post to Post, the Tri-State's only local wrestling podcast, and we are happy to be hosting it here with you. Lots happened in the past several days. What I wanted to focus on, Steve, on this episode was what was the latest of several, not too many yet, but a network special.
Yes.
Live from Madison Square Garden. There was a lot to talk about, I feel like, but one thing I wanted to mention before we get into the results and everything like that was how much I enjoyed the format of this. Now, let me tell you what I mean. First of all, the show was 2 hours long instead of 3, which is what we're used to from the pay-per-views and used to from even Raw now.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel. I feel like 3 hours is too long for Raw, personally.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt like the amount that they dedicated to this show, which is not as much as a normal pay-per-view, but yet more than a Raw, was great. It felt like an old In Your House, kind of.
Yeah.
The old In Your Houses, they seemed a little less special than the Big Five pay-per-views, but still they cost less to watch, and still a lot of great action. So we got a chance to watch this show. And so I do want to say I support this format.
Yes.
I don't want 2 pay-per-views in a month. Yeah. I'm okay with a pay-per-view and a network special. I like the differential there. Is pretty much my point.
I'm okay with this format taking over some of their pay-per-views.
Yeah, to me that's perfect. You know, I think 12 a year is fine, maybe even too much.
Too much.
So to me, it's like I grew up in the era when there was 5 or 6.
Yeah,
so
me too.
I kind of like that personally, and it gives you time to build stuff up. But nowadays, I feel like that'd be way too long. So who knows what the right answer is? But these network specials, I enjoy. I love Madison Square Garden. I love that a big part of the night was the focus on how important Madison Square Garden is. I remember, to me, I lived in New York City for one summer, and wrestling came in 2004 when I was there. And I was interning for a radio show, The Howard Stern Show, and a television show, The Maury Povich Show, and I was making no money. And I begged my mom if I wanted to buy something, I had to ask my mom. I was still in college, and I said, "Mom, this is really important to me. I haven't asked you for much while I've been out here," but she was helping me make ends meet, and my mom said, "Go ahead." And allowed me to buy. My mom bought me a ticket to go see wrestling at Madison Square Garden.
Thumbs up to Mom.
Yeah, mom came through big there. And my main event. Did I ever tell you what that match was?
No, I don't believe so.
It was just a house show. Summer 2004. The main event. This was post WrestleMania 20. Triple H tapped out to the crippler crossface from world champion Chris Benoit. Triple H and Benoit had that. The main event.
I don't remember him.
You may have heard of him, maybe not. So that was my experience in the Garden. Historic shows have taken place there. I thought the show was just okay. There was nothing that, like, if you missed, you had to see.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the tag match with the Dudleys and New Day.
Very good.
Obviously, that was my highlight, with the possible exception being the main event of Cena and Rollins. I thought did a really good job.
Yeah.
You want to start at the bottom?
Sure.
Orton and Ziggler, they kind of changed the card up on us a little bit.
A pleasant surprise.
I agree. I thought that was a beneficial. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, please. Orton and Ziggler taking on Sheamus and Rusev. Orton and Ziggler go over. It was a fine way to start the night, but there was nothing, too magical about it.
No, not at all.
Any thoughts on that one, really? I don't have much.
Just the altercation between Rusev and Sheamus after the match. That was the only noteworthy thing in my mind.
Right, okay, sure. And also Stardust taking on Neville. I think Neville got the victory there.
Yes, he did.
And, boy, I'll tell you, when SmackDown came a few months ago to Evansville, my highlight of the night was getting to see that Red Arrow.
Oh, yeah.
That, to me, it's a gorgeous move. And I don't, mark out for big moves like that usually. But what the heck is happening in that move? I like that. I still enjoy seeing that. Team Bella and Team PCB, while I don't care so much about this Divas Revolution right now, thought they told a solid story.
Yeah.
I like the way how they ditched Paige and left her
Yes.
hanging, gave her a taste of her own medicine. I don't know why they're still teaming together.
Yeah.
I feel like storyline-wise, that would cause a breakup, especially amongst female friends.
Yes.
I mean, if you look at their man wrong, girls will leave you behind. I can't imagine that they're whatever. I'm giving it too much thought as it is. What do you think about Owens and Jericho? I liked it.
I liked it, and I was once I realized why Jericho was there, celebrating his 25th year anniversary from his very first match. I was cool with it. I mean, that's a cool milestone, and I like that Lance Storm was there and he thanked him. I think the old Jericho showed up for that match.
Yeah, it was a great wrestling match.
Yes.
I still wish Jericho were around either like more permanently
Yes.
or not at all. He needs
Yes.
to. I hate the 1 foot in, 1 foot out
Yes.
Jericho, but you're right. It was old Jericho that showed up. I really enjoyed seeing it, and that was one thing that made the show feel special. I will say that.
Yes.
So there was that. I don't think anyone thought Jericho was going to go over. He didn't, but I mentioned Dudley's in the New Day. Their comedy and their action, they took no time to get to know each other, and they're having great matches.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you see them, on the network specials, on pay-per-view, on Raw, they are always tearing it up.
And speaking of Raw, their serious note at the end of this Monday's Raw was very, very cool. I liked it.
On point, yeah.
Yes.
I enjoyed that myself. Brock Lesnar took Big Show to Suplex City. Did not expect to see all the suplexes. We got a few of them. Your thoughts?
I was kind of right where I thought it would be in the first minute. Big Show kind of manhandling him. I was surprised how fast this match was.
The match was very fast, although that was probably smart considering who it was with. I did not expect Big Show to get any offense. I don't know why. So that first offensive flurry, that first half of that match, I really, really was into.
Yeah.
I was squealing and all this stuff, and for a minute, I actually thought Big Show might win.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that match. And then another great performance from Seth Rollins and John Cena, telling a great story inside that cage. I appreciate it. Didn't need Kane at the end, although I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
This Kane feud with Seth Rollins is obviously where they're heading for the next at least several weeks. We'll talk more about Hell in a Cell when that gets closer. But are there any other things from Raw you want to mention, or any other things from Saturday Night's show that you think are big points?
Just Seth Rollins and Kane. I'm kind of intrigued, but yet I'm hoping it's a quick burn, and I'm hoping it's done at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't need to go past Hell in a Cell, and I am appreciative that there's something different from Kane.
Yes.
The dual personality thing, he's usually a one-trick pony. He's the big red machine, choke slam, tombstone, feud over.
What I'm hoping to see in the next few weeks is Corporate Kane and Demon Kane in the same area at the same time.
Yeah, I kind of want him to feud with himself, in some ways. So there are a lot of potential avenues for this feud. We will keep you updated as the podcast continues, as the podcast turns, as they say, Steve.
Yes.
So for myself and for my tag team partner, Steve.
Thanks, guys.